everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Desync. That's the Saturday edition. We last left off, we chopped trees, tried to chop as many as humanly possible. And we're still losing that battle. Because, oh my god, they are determined to ruin my ability to chop trees. They just refuse to stay small. I don't know how many more I'll tear apart. I do know I want a little bit more, because I burned through all of my wood last time, which was an entire inventory full of just lumber, so I'm probably gonna need a similar amount to keep pace. And if anything is to go to according to plan, I need to make sure I have all the lumber I could possibly need. Because I don't want to have to try and do in situ. I don't mind doing minor in situ, but I don't want to have to set up an entire industry just to get trees when I'm right here. I could just do it right the first time and just get them all. Okay, this is clear. Take you down. Give me all of your lumber. Thank you. Just can't make any progress going in. I'm not allowed. I can't go deep. You can only only be in the front. I did find something interesting. I found this paper called Purple Dawn. I think it's quite fascinating. It requires you to first abandon all knowledge about physics itself and go where no man has gone before, and into the realm of electricity. Or it only makes sense if you disavow the notion of general relativity. Which is cool. For my writing, I need that. But it's about, like, Earth prehistory, and not prehistory in any normal sense. It's called Purple Dawn because they're in the electric universe cosmology. There is another type of star that exists, and they're called electric stars. Which, how electric universe works is gravity is a function of electricity, not something you can, not quite something you just have. With enough electrical force, you can tear it apart. Where I'm going with this is that under this framework, the firmament is kind of explained. So planets do form in this kind of regard. you know, in an accretion disk. But here they kind of form inside the Z-pinch fusion line, apparently. Which, one, really cool. That's a very weird way to form a planet, but, you know, everything else kinda works. And so the planet becomes part of the giant capacitor bank that is the star. I was sneaking. So with that, the sky is if it's like the little plasma balls that you find that you can kind of buy and put on your desk. It's a really large version of that, where there's just kind of a huge purple sphere kind of just surrounding these planets. What did I miss in this pile? There you are. So, but what about how do you evolve on life? Well, you don't technically need sunlight to start evolution, though it does help. So with this into account, it's not impossible. I mean, mankind doesn't have any chlorophyll hiding inside of it. At least as far as I'm aware, I don't have any chlorophyll. I'm not green. So, like, the sky is, like, just kind of this eerie purple. And you kind of just have... But there's no day-night cycle. But how are you heating the planet? Same thing. The electrical current that you're kind of sitting inside is just kind of warm. Because electricity does have heat to it if you touch it wrong. So when you... So you sort of... Okay, that thought has been abandoned. A new one. Basically, there is one problem with these type of stars, and that is the current itself isn't exactly stable. If you surcharge these currents, you're also surcharging these poor planets that are kind of hanging out inside. There's not much you can really do about it. So the system is inherently a quasi-stable state. So long as nothing else touches it, it's kind of fine. And the caveat there is kind of fine. Because a big shock. And the universe is big. The universe is big, it is loud, and by all means, it is, relatively speaking, pretty busy. So, a wandering brown dwarf with its own current, happily just moving along. Happily moving along and just doing its own thing. Gets a little too close to another star. And unfortunately, your current is different than my current. And so they have different charges, and so yoink. your current is now my current, and you are now left to starve to death. Which is kind of metal, in a way. In that, under the Electric Universe framework, you can just kind of get screwed. I mean, I guess it's no different than, like, supernova or gamma rays just getting blasted. And suddenly you just gone. You have been added to the irradiated pile. But this also kind of, this loops back into the firmament to an extent. Because that bubble that surrounds you also protects you. Saturn was not called the water star for nothing. Wonder where all that water went? Guess what? It's in the rings. And what didn't go into the rings fell onto Earth, because still gravity kind of chugs along. If, that in mind, it's quite interesting. Because if... It's like, there's no easy way to tell if it's true or not. But it is a great theory, at least in my head. There's a lot you can actually do with it, if you so desired. Another big tree. I'm so glad to see you again. Oh, you little shit. Everything refuses to decay in this world. The only hard part about this theory is, how did life kind of, you know, show up in the way it did? Because half the stuff that exists still needs sunlight. So where did the evolution engine kind of go with that one? Like mushrooms? Yeah, sure, that checks out. It's a mushroom. But cactus? Like, but a cactus? That's chlorophyll. Where'd it come from? Because there'd be no need for the chlorophyll. A brown dwarf is a mostly infrared star for light-wise, and the light you're getting is purple from just the electric field itself. So, all good questions that I don't have the answer to. I guess that's all I really have on this kind of purple dawn thing. But it is certainly really cool. And I will be abusing it. Or if gravity is electricity, then you can manipulate gravity. In theory. What I can do with that... Gotta go to the moon. Gotta go to the moon for that one. Oh, we're going down. Hello, tree. Again. Hello, big tree. Again. I really hope that there's like something I can burn all these tree saplings. Otherwise, I just have a bajillion saplings. And my instinct is I can't let them go because, what if you need 500 bajillion saplings? I don't. That's my problem. I don't need all of this. Well, I see enough. It looks like we're starting to catch up, but it's probably because almost all the trees are gone in terms of the saplings. Oh. Does not feel like a lot of wood. Is it because the fact that we actually have to walk to the trees now and we're not collecting as much, or is it something else? These trees are falling apart pretty quickly now that I've caught up. I hate you. I'm trying to get rid of you. There's no need. Oh, good. Another one. At least you're in the big leaf pile already. I just have to do this again. Yippee! All these leaves. Just trying to make sure all of the leaves are gone. Ah, there you are. Mm-hmm. I'm watching you, trees. Hopefully that finally decays. Again. Ah, good. Well, in any case, I hope you all have enjoyed watching, and we will see you all in the next episode of Minecraft Desync. Not Secret Saturday Edition. I hope you all enjoyed watching and me listening to me try to explain a physics concept that I barely understand. Bye-bye!